Hello and welcome to today's Take 5. We are continuing to look through the Psalms. I had to think about that then. My mind just went blank. We're looking through the Psalms together and we're in Psalms 116 and 117. I was really encouraged reading through this Psalm. There was a real challenge, and I'm just going to read the last two verses of Psalm 116 really quickly. Where is it in my Bible? The last two verses says this in verses 17. Oh no, sorry, the last three verses, but I'm going to be looking at 17 and 18 specifically. I will sacrifice a thank offering to you and call on the name of the Lord. I will fulfill my vows to the Lord in the presence of all his people. Let me read that again. I will sacrifice a thank offering and I will fulfill my vows to the Lord. So there's those two things there that I was just thinking about, some practical application from that. What does it look like for you to have a sacrificed thanks offering? Back then, it would have looked very different, but what does it look like for you today? And secondly, what does it look like for you to fulfill your vows? Often the case, when it comes to God and our relationship with him, we have an expectation that he is going to fulfill his promises, and which he always does. And we have like expectations. Please, God, do this for me. Would you kind of answer my prayer request and, come through on what your word says? But there are times where I think as well, we have the ability to make kind of vows to him. Obviously we commit our lives to him. We commit our future to him. We want to be obedient to him. But there are promises that I think sometimes we don't always come through on, and we want to fulfill those promises. We want to. Maybe you've made vows to kind of surrender some things, to lay down some things, to give up time, or I don't know, social media, TV, and maybe they haven't come through. And I just think there's an opportunity to give him our sacrificed thanks offering, thanking him in a way and I'm going to commit to this. But also I want to challenge you today as well to give him some vows that you've promised him that maybe you haven't come through on yet, but there's a chance for you today to do that. And so maybe as I'm speaking, you're just thinking, what does that look like for me? What can I give to him in that sense? What can I surrender to him? Maybe there's nothing, and I'm just kind of speaking gobbledygook. But maybe some things are coming to mind as I'm speaking, that you go, yeah, no, do you know what? I did say I was going to do this, and I haven't seen that happen yet. And sometimes just kind of the memory, like the reminder of, oh yeah, I was going to commit to praying, or I was going to commit to see that person or to pray for that person, and it's just with life, the nature of life, things get busy and we forget, things come into our mind and that consume our time, our energy, our thoughts. But there's a chance today to commit those things back to God, and I'd encourage you to do that. That's what the psalmist seems to do time and time again, to make those kind of declarations, to commit to be obedient and to follow those things through. So whatever that looks like for you, it might just be a thanks offering like we spoke about, and it might just be going, do you know what, I'm gonna do this today and see it happen. But yeah, hopefully that encourages you, as well as continuing to pray and to worship with God. I spoke about Psalm 116. I've just remembered we're also looking at Psalm 117. But basically, the note that I took is a really, really short psalm. It's literally a few verses. But again, the psalmist used the term praising him and extolling him, giving God our highest praise, our highest adoration, the very top of what we can give and bring to him. We want to bring that energy. We want to bring the enthusiasm and the wholehearted nature of our worship to him. That's what it looks like to extol the Lord, and that's what it could look like for you today in our prayer time, in our worship time, in our offerings to him, to God. Be encouraged, and would love to hear about what that looks like for you today. See you tomorrow. Bye.